Hi guys, in this video I'm going to be teaching you how to start a mobile bartending business with or without experience. Alright guys, I am Nikki, the founder of Brandon Bartenders and the Bartender Society. By the time we get through with this video, you will have some sense of what it takes and what you need to start a mobile bartending business. So whether you have experience or not, meaning whether you've already worked in a bar or you've already taken a class or whatever, this is how you can start your business. I don't like to say with little or no money because it costs money to start anything. So I don't want to say that. I don't want to be like, oh, you can start a mobile bartending business with $0. Well, that's not true because you need bartending supplies. You may need, even if you don't get a bar right away, you're going to need at least a table. So all of this is going to cost. So just know that. I would roughly say maybe a $500 budget should get you started. And that's including your certification. Not your LLC, but your certification. And depending on where you are, if you're getting your LLC and you're getting your insurance, you're getting all this stuff up front, I'm going to go with $1,000, at least $1,000, because in some states, LLCs can cost you an upwards of $300. All right, bartending school. Now, I personally never went to bartending school, but I did get experience because I worked inside of a bar for years. So by that time, I didn't need bartending school. I had already learned everything working in a bar. A lot of people will say bartending school is not necessary. You can just watch a bunch of YouTube videos, or you can study recipe books, and you could it's so much that you can find right here on YouTube where you don't have to do that. I cannot say whether or not you should go to bartending school. I'm going to leave that up to you. Now, if you don't want to do bartending school, you can shadow another company. You can always find another company in your area that you like or that you want to kind of model your business after, and just call them up and ask them, can you shadow them? Meaning, can you come and do events with them? Like, you don't necessarily have to work the events, but you can watch and see how they work, or you could get them to mentor you. There are certain ways you can do all of that. So once you've gotten that done, of course, you want to get certified. Now, here in Texas, you have to have your TABC license. And they also require a food handler license, too, because you are working with garnishes, fruit, aka food. Any other state, I'm thinking just maybe a safe serve license or tips license would suffice. So after you've gotten all that taken care of, you want to, of course, get yourself an LLC or doing business as. So, because you don't have a business if you don't put it up as a business. At this point, yeah, you can be getting money for it, but it's borderline illegal and you just don't want to start off on the wrong foot. So you want to go and you want to get yourself a business license. Now, you can do this through the Secretary of State, or you could do it through InkFile, which they'll do practically everything for you. I'll list InkFile below for you guys, but you can get that, and then you would need insurance, of course. So, and insurance is for you and for your clients. You need insurance, believe me. You're going to need liquor liability insurance. You're going to need general liability insurance. Then you're going to need to get supplies, which starting off, I wouldn't recommend that you go buy a whole bunch of stuff that you don't need. You can start off with a simple bar tool kit, a table, a tablecloth. It does not have to be logoed or monogrammed right away. If you have not gotten that far, you don't have to worry about doing all of this at one time. But once you do get to that point, of course, you would want to hire somebody like a graphic designer to create your logo. And then you could put all your stuff on there. But that's something that you don't have to do off the bat. You want to create yourself a social media page. And You could choose from several social media pages. You could choose from right here on YouTube. You could choose Instagram, TikTok, but you want to stay consistent and you want to introduce your business that way. Also, you could start a Facebook business page, which Facebook and Instagram kind of intertwines, so it will make life a whole lot easier. You want to, and start a new page. I don't recommend, unless you are already in the world of like bottle girl, bartender, server, I suggest you start a new page instead of adding this to your personal page, because you probably won't get a lot of feedback, because people are just they're used to seeing your personal stuff, and then you pop a business up there, then they're like, oh, where this come from, so then you won't get like maybe the interaction you're looking for. So it'd be better just to start from zero. Everybody starts from zero. And I'm a big person on numbers. I just feel like numbers don't matter. Like even on my Instagram page, I actively delete accounts all the time off my page. Like for me, mostly mobile bartenders follow me. But if they're not active, like they haven't been active in months, or since 2021, I delete them. They're not doing me any good. I delete them. So I don't care about the numbers. I don't have to have 20,000 followers, because numbers mean nothing. I can still make really good money with the followers that I have. And you guys would be able to do the same. Because it'll be some people who will never follow you, but they'll hire you. So you need to figure out your niche. Figure out what you're good at. Figure out, if you're going to offer mocktails, or if you're going to specialize in, signature drink tables, or you're just going to full-fledged do bartending and bartending only. Figure out exactly what you want to do and start there. The best place to start, I would say, is bartender only, just so you can get your feet wet, especially if you have not had any experience. Bartender only. It's easy. You don't have to have all the supplies that come with hosting huge events. Like when I have a mobile bartending company, when my biggest package came with plastics, garnishes, beverage tables, you name it, mixers, all of that. But if you're just starting out, bartender only is just fine. And let me tell you this before we go any further. Please do not start off charging $75. Don't do that. Don't. Just because you started today or yesterday, charge your worth. Okay? You're running a business. And believe it or not, a lot of people won't hire you if you're charging $75. And the one that do hire you, if you're charging $75, probably ain't going to be people you want to work with. That's just facts. Okay, you want to get your business out there. I love word of mouth, but of course you need to have done events for word of mouth, right? So when you're starting out on your events, make sure you show up on time, make sure you do your job, make sure your drinks are good, make sure that you are giving what it's supposed to give so you can get these recommendations. It's nothing better than word of mouth. But until then, you can advertise on Craigslist, Thumbtack. Now, Thumbtack costs. Me personally, I don't think you should use Thumbtack unless you live in a bigger city. If you live in a small place, to me, Thumbtack is not really good if you live in a small town, because you're going to be paying out all this money. Just say you have about 6 or 7 mobile bartenders in your small town and everybody's on Thumbtack. It's going to be very hard to get those events. I recommend Thumbtack for a bigger metro area. And you can also do Wedding Pro. But Wedding Pro, which is the knot and the wire, they meshed up together. And they do a contract. So if you want to get with them, you're going to have to pay. I'm not really sure exactly how much it is, but it is a monthly contract and you would have to pay monthly for that. Craigslist is not free, but it's a couple of dollars, right? And then you can also advertise on Facebook, on Instagram. Instagram has billions of people on it every single day. And if you utilize hashtags the correct way, you'll be able to get in traffic that way. I also suggest that you go on YouTube. YouTube is one of the largest search engines out here. So if you go on YouTube and you do behind the scenes, or you make drinks on YouTube, or you tell people how they can hire you, you'll have a great chance of getting a lot of leads from YouTube also. So I would say for your free versions would be Instagram, TikTok, Craigslist, Facebook. These are all free tools that you can use. Now, if you want to get leads coming to you all the time, then you would choose, of course, Thumbtack, Wedding Pro, something of that nature. And then you also want to interact with other vendors, wedding planners, photographers, DJs. Get to know people, get out and network. Do a couple of bridal shows. That'll also help you get a bunch of leads with brides. Get a few supplies to start with. Like I said, you can get a standard bar tool set, maybe a shirt made with your name on it, your business name. That don't cost a whole lot of money. You're good to go. Tell everybody about your new venture. You know, wherever you go, be a walking, talking billboard about your business. Nobody's going to hire you if they don't know you exist. Right? And you could always start out with family. Like a lot of times family will hire you just because, you know, if they're having a party and you're doing it, they'll hire you. And you could do that because it gives you experience, right? So, and do lots of research, guys. Lots of research. Research drinks, spirits, glassware, etc. You need to know what type of, if you're doing a formal event that's using glassware, you don't want to put a margarita in a cognac glass. You know, so you need to kind of know what's what, from a highball to a margarita glass, rocks, all of this. You need to know all of this. You need to know your different spirits. You need to know more than Tito's and Hennessy and Singles Gin. You need to know way more than that. Your drinks. Business cards, I would say yes, but I would not get 500 of them, maybe 250, because these days everybody is basically online. Your business cards would be just to leave at certain places, or for people who aren't online, which is very rare for people who not to be online. But it's people out there that's not online. So I would start off with maybe 250 business cards, like not a whole lot at all. And let's see, what else? Because you don't need a lot. This is really one of those businesses that you can start with not a lot of overhead. A website. You don't really need a website. You could easily just do a jot form, a lead page, Canva. You can create a landing page on Canva. So if you're not really ready to get a website done, don't let that bother you. You can just go ahead and get, like I said, a landing page. That works just fine. As long as it's a place for potential clients to contact you, jot down their information to reach you, you're good to go. But you got to have something though. I don't recommend the DM me for prices, and I don't recommend that. I recommend you kind of do all of it through an email form. And you don't have to go out and get a professional email right away. All of this comes with experience, more clientele, which equals more money. All of that comes with that. You don't have to go out and do all of that at once. So Gmail is just fine. Because with Gmail, you have, worksheets, docs, and all of this can be, like, you can do mostly all of your packages and everything right in docs. Everything can be done right there. Easy peasy. So I think the major points in starting your business is coming up with a name. Of course, I don't think I said that, but coming up with a name, and come up with a name that you can live with. meaning let a few names simmer before you go out and get that LLC or you go out and get that business license, because you're going to be stuck with it and it's going to cost for you to change it. So think about your business name, get your LLC, get certified, get insurance, and get a business bank account. But you're going to need your LLC and your formation papers to get the business bank account. And you want to get your business bank account right away because you want to be eligible for business funding as quickly as possible, because it is always better to use other people's money to run your business, aka funding. Okay. I think that is about it, guys. Now, I offer, if you would go down below this video and click on my link, you can go to my courses. I offer Becoming a Bartender, everything you need to start your mobile bartending company. And we also have the Bartender Society that takes you from beginning to growth. Beginning to growth. Everything I named in here, it teaches you how to do this from scratch. Everything you need is at your fingertips inside the Bartender Society. So you should probably think about getting in there. Now, if you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe so you can get notified. Hit the notification button so you'll be notified whenever I post another video. You can also go under this video and go to my other videos, and it will give you more insight on mobile bartending business or just bartending, period. All right, guys. Well, I will see you in the next video. And don't forget to subscribe. Bye.